guys, so coming back to number 3, we are looking at how can we get our variables on one side of the equal to sign and our numbers on the other. It's still going to be opposite operations. We're just going to have a couple more steps here. So if y'all are in front of me, I would ask you, do you want me to put the x's on the left or the right? We have x's on the left here. We were trying to do that on number 1, but we just kind of, when everything dropped out, we got a no solution. So that was a special case. Now, on this one, we want to look at, moving x's to the left or right. And guys, there's not a right or wrong answer here. So I'm going to go ahead and just say, maybe you're going to say, let's move them to the left. Well, if that's the case, then that means that this plus 8x needs to go to the other side of the equal to sign. I need to relocate that guy to the other side. So that means I'm going to start by wanting to make this 8x go to 0. So the opposite of adding 8x is subtracting 8x. And what I do on one side of my equation, I'm going to do that on the other. On the right, that's going to go to 0. And on the left, I'm going to bring down that 15. And then positive 6 minus 8 is a minus 2x. So then from there, I have 15 minus 2x equals 45, right? Because this 8x term went to 0. So once I've decided to move my x's to the left side, I now need to decide, or I need to figure out how I can move that constant to the right. So I want to get all variables on one side and all of the regular numbers on the other. I'm following the same process though, guys. So if I'm asking myself, all right, I got positive 15, I want that to go to 0. How do I make that happen? Well, I subtract it. So subtracting that 15 is going to give us a 0 here. Remember, bring down what's left, so the minus in front as well, negative 2x comes down. And then here, we're just going to subtract 45 minus 15, which gives us 30. And then just as we saw over here, we're going to divide by the coefficient, because we're doing the opposite of what we've got going on here, which is multiplying. The 2's reduce, negative over a negative turns into a positive, so we're left with x equals. Use that calculator, and you should get x to be a negative 15. Now on this side, we have another round of distributing and also a need to combine like terms. So there's even more going on number 4. Always start with distributing first. I know we've said that a lot, but it's important. Distribute first. So I'm going to multiply through by 4. With that first set of parentheses. Then when I go to my other side of the equal to sign, I'm going to distribute and multiply through that 3. That gives me 3x plus 12, and then just writing that minus 11. Then we combine like terms on each side if possible. So we distributed, now we combine like terms. So on the left, we have multiple x terms. So 4x plus 2x is a 6x. There's no other constant, so we just bring that down. But on the right, there's this 3x plus 12 minus 11. Well, these are like terms. The 3x comes down, and when we combine these like terms, we get a plus 1 left over. And now, we are back to essentially where we were at the start of problem 3. So remember, I told you, you're going to get a little longer here. Now we need to get variables on one side and our constants or plain numbers on the other. So we want this 3x to go combine with the 6x. I want to make the 3x go to 0 on the right. So I'm going to cancel that out by subtracting it on both sides. 6 minus 3 is a positive 3. Bringing down our minus 8, and then that's all equal to a positive 1. Our next step is to move the minus 8. Again, our opposite operation here is going to be to add 8 on both sides. That'll go to 0. Write what's left, right? Just bring that down. So there's still a 3x remaining that I'm going to bring down. Carrying down my equal to sign, and then adding 1. Our final step is to get that coefficient and divide it off of x, so we're multiplying, so we're going to do the opposite. And that's going to leave us with x equals, what I do on one side I need to do on the other. 9 divided by 3 is 3.